I've lived with food allergies for over 40 years. It started with an allergy to beef and pork. Eventually, it expanded into an allergy to wheat, apples, oregano, cashews, and dairy. But worst of all, I found out that corn is a toxin for me. Join me on this journey in learning to live well. Today we're going to be making a chicken pot pie, but we're going to start at the very beginning with our chicken stock. First, we're going to place one small chicken in our pot. We're going to add our cut vegetables, which are celery, onion, carrots, and garlic to the pot. Then we're going to add water. I use filtered or distilled. We're going to bring that to a boil and boil it for 1 hour. As it comes to a boil, we're going to skim the foam off. After an hour, take the chicken out. We're going to use it to make a chicken salad, which will be coming to video soon. After removing the chicken, we're going to strain and cool the chicken broth. Now, we're going to make a chicken soup base. This is just like a beef stew, only it's going to be made with chicken. So we're going to take our raw chicken, cut it up, and place it into sanitized jars. Then we're going to add a half a cup each of onions, carrots, potatoes, and celery. Then we're going to add broth to about the 3/4 mark. Most chicken breast has its own juices. The chicken breast that I have to use, I have to add broth because the chicken that I use is much drier. After we get our ingredients in the jar, we're going to clean the rims with a little bit of vinegar, and then we're going to add our sanitized lids and tighten to finger tight. Now, we're going to use the raw pack method, and we're going to start with cold water in our pressure canner. We use cold water because we have cold ingredients in cold but sanitized jars. After we add the jars to the pressure canner, follow the instructions for your canner. I have a different canner than most people, so by all means, follow the instructions on your canner. I live at an altitude where I need to process mine for 90 minutes. Then we're going to let the pressure come down all the way on the pressure canner, open it up, and take out our wonderfully pressure-cooked soup base. Now, let's make a pot pie. The first thing we're going to do is butter the dish. Then we're going to mix up the dry ingredients and shortening for our biscuits. You can check out my country breakfast video for that recipe. In a pot, we're going to put a 1/4 cup of butter or plant butter, a 1/4 cup of flour, it can be gluten-free or regular, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and thyme, and we're going to cook that until it's brown. Then we're going to add the stock from the jar of soup and add more stock if need be. We're going to pour our chicken soup in our greased pan, season that, and then pour our gravy over it. We're going to add our buttermilk to our biscuit mix and top the pot pie. We're going to bake it at 425 degrees for 20 minutes. And just like that, we've got a wonderful pot pie made safely and completely from scratch. Stay tuned for more recipe ideas. And remember, if you're allergic to any ingredient that I've used, substitute what's safe for you. This is all about learning to live well.